My name is Arvin Vohra, and I'm running for president to end the welfare state and end the income tax. This culture has produced this government. If we ended this government today, then this culture would recreate this exact government by tomorrow. Don't believe me? Look at what happened earlier this year during the partial government shutdown. Democrats, Republicans, and many of the American people clamored to recreate this government, and that's what happened. Now, before you say, well, libertarians are different, look at what came out of the LNC, the Libertarian National Committee, during that time. The LNC decried the fact that the government shutdown had thrown the lives of federal workers into turmoil. Let me be very clear about something. If I'm elected president, I'm going to throw the lives of federal workers into turmoil. In 2008, the Libertarian Party faced a choice. On one side, there was a principled, hardcore, deep intellectual thinker, world-famous author, Mary Ruwart. On the other side, you had a couple of Republican lightweights, Bob Barr and Wayne Root. And to everyone's shock, the delegates chose Bob Barr and Wayne Root. But how could they have made such a boneheaded mistake? How could they have nominated Republican lightweights, both of whom, by the way, later rejoined the Republican Party to endorse Mitt Romney? Why wouldn't they choose Dr. Ruwart, a strong, principled libertarian with deep history and deep intellectual prowess? Well, they went after Dr. Ruwart in the way you can go after any principled anarchist. People who don't believe in government laws, by definition, don't believe in the most emotionally powerful of government laws. So how did they go after Dr. Ruwart? Same way you go after any anarchist. Things like age of consent laws. Dr. Ruwart opposed them because she opposes all government laws, and they pushed that agenda so hard that they got that actually covered in Time magazine. That's how much her opponents went after her. The delegates got scared. They didn't think they were ready to have that kind of a cultural war, and so they chose the two Republican lightweights. If I'm the nominee, we're going to have a cultural war. It's going to make your life harder because people are going to ask you personally if you believe in ending government schools. They're going to ask you personally if you believe that military enlistment for an immoral war is, in fact, immoral. You're not going to be sitting at the outskirts of politics anymore. You're going to be at the dead center of every debate. If I'm elected on my first day, I'm going to pardon Edward Snowden, Julian Assange, Ross Ulbricht, followed by all nonviolent drug criminals, anyone whose only crime is a weapons charge or a cryptocurrency charge. But I'm also, during my campaign, going to encourage everyone else to become partners in chief in their own right. You see, even if I don't get a single vote, you're going to see more jury nullification as we work to nullify the drug war and all these ridiculous nonviolent crimes. Why? Because if I'm the nominee, as many people will know about jury nullification and that it's how it brought freedom of press to America through the Zenger trial, as today know where Aleppo is, thanks to Gary Johnson. If I'm the nominee, you're going to see more people opting out of government schools for homeschooling. I've already, through my politics and business, helped so many families make that important transition that benefits themselves and their families and their children. You're going to see more cryptocurrency use because cryptocurrency use depends on network effects, and a major presidential campaign can help us end the Fed through competition by using a better currency. And finally, you're going to see more people opting out of military enlistment as they realize they need to make the moral choice, and they should also take a look at how the government mistreats veterans once it's done exploiting them. If you want to learn more about my campaign, please go to votevohra.com. In 2008, so many people regretted not showing up to the convention. They could have made history, but they thought that Dr. Ruwart would win anyway or their vote didn't count. In 2020, we can fix the mistake of 2008. We can make sure we have a principled candidate who's going to bring in principled volunteers and principled supporters. In 2020, you should do everything you can to be a delegate because all the newcomers will be looking up to you for advice and guidance, and your own vote will majorly influence history. Let's make history in 2020. My name is Arvin Vohra. I'm running for president to end the welfare state and end the income tax.